Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to be scrolling through Twitter, see what people are sharing on social media. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it, generally related to three different topics: wealth building, commodities, and or financial topics. We're going to dive right in, take a look, see what's going on today. If you want to follow me, it's at @Finance. And if you want to join our community, finding-value.com, where I dive deeper into all of these topics, looking for potential investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everyone in the community, and going through question and answer sessions on the weekend and doing midweek updates on companies that I think look good for potential entry points and sharing them with everyone. Special is the coupon code. You get 50% off the first month only on the monthly membership and a larger discount on the yearly membership if you'd like to sign up directly to the yearly or swap from a monthly to a yearly. Starting with myself here. So I posted some stuff up. I don't know if some people know this, but I post on there sometimes when things get a little bit slow that people aren't sharing. So I put on here last bull market just for funds. Think this could happen again. What is this? Well, I know a lot of people are very bullish on gold and silver, but this is rare earth prices versus gold and silver from 2004, the end of 2004, beginning of 2005, all the way through 2012. Do you see what outperformed? Neodymium, dysprosium, and cerium, which are rare earth materials, drastically outperformed gold and silver. Now, is this going to happen again? I don't know. But one thing that you can keep in mind is that we did see some pretty good outperformance of rare earths. I mean, that is some ridiculous outperformance of rare earth minerals. Um, a lot of the rare earths are located in China, so they're not as easily accessible across the world in producers uh, outside of China. There's very few, but there are a few, and we did enter these on the website. Uh, well, one of them, and then something else we entered more recently, doing with rare earths, which I think is a good opportunity. Uncle Milty's Ghost, it says, "You're a complete fool if you think this is sustainable." So it says the Mag 7 stocks now have the same market cap as the bottom 433 S&P 500 stocks. Mag 7 is 18.8 trillion. The bottom 433 is 18.8 trillion. What happens at the end of bull markets is concentration into few companies, like the Mag 7 over here. That's kind of what happens at market tops. Now, are we at the exact top? I don't know, but there will be signs, and this is one of them that could be showing that we could be getting close to a market top. Nuclear power capacity 10x by 2047. India is commissioning 10 new nuclear reactors. The target, increased nuclear capacity more than tenfold by 2047. Private sector participation unlocked to accelerate clean energy goals. Well, does that look like a lot of demand for you guys that are pro-uranium and pro-nuclear? Sure looks like it to me. A lot of demand coming, and it's going to extend way out into the future. I can't imagine what the demand will be if we start to see a physical tightness in the markets for coal, natural gas, and oil. Man, are people going to get scared into it. It's going to be so fun to be buying at levels that people just didn't care about it at. And they're going to tell you, where's this super cycle in nuclear? Where's this super cycle in uranium? Well, I'll show you down below. I made it simple for everyone. Simple, simple, simple. Warren Buffett places fresh wager on the housing market. America's two largest home builders, D.R. Horton and Lennar, get a vote of confidence from the Oracle of Omaha. My latest Forezi Club Pro members. So yeah, he did purchase some more stock, increased his holdings in Lennar and D.R. Horton. Mr. Buffett. He knows the real estate cycle. Don't get me wrong. This guy mastered the last commodity bull market. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that he purchased PetroChina pretty cheap and got into oil pretty heavily when he should have. Coming down, finger licking good SILJ. Couple of SILJ charts. So here's SILJ divided by silver. Come on, tell me you're not bullish on this. Look at that falling wedge and the breakout. Come on, you got to be bullish. Now, I was bullish at the corner here. I was bullish even back here. It depends on the individual companies. The individual companies may bottom before these ratios do. So what we're looking at in these ratios is, are we squeezing into a corner? If the answer is yes, then we want to go look and do some hunting and searching for individual companies that could be bottoming. That's how we do it. Here's another one. SILJ versus GDX. We've got the squeeze going on. Now, GDX is a leader. It leads. And then SILJ lags a little bit. Falling wedge, guys. SILJ is going to explode out in the future against GDX. So I know people, the way that they look at things, they say, okay, I want to be in GDX right now. It hasn't broken out yet. That's not necessarily the way that I view it. Yes, this is in a corner, but I'd be looking at SILJ and potential investment opportunities on the individual charts that look good in the silver junior group. I'm not gonna not buy a bottom because this ratio didn't break out yet. But yes, it will outperform, and yes, it's going to lay down some tracks when it goes in terms of burning rubber to the upside. Here's SILJ versus gold. So sometimes I know a lot of people, they stay within the lanes, SILJ versus silver. You know what? I said SILJ versus gold. What does that look like? Breakout. Looks good. It's damn good. It looks really good there. And this is just SILJ priced against the United States dollar. Looks like a launching pad for a move higher for SILJ. And I also did this. I did, you know what? Screw it. Let's put Bitcoin versus SILJ. And yes, this was inspired by Uselink when I saw his GDXJ divided by Bitcoin. So I did Bitcoin divided by SILJ. It kind of looks like a rising wedge that could potentially drop lower. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there that it looks a little bit bearish. Usually when you squeeze up into a corner like this, they generally break downward, generally. We'll see if that occurs. But that does, it could signal a potential market condition. Bitcoin signaling the condition of a low interest rate environment with low inflation. And then this could be an environment where we maybe get a slowdown. Maybe it's increased inflation, maybe a stagflationary environment, something on the lines of that. Coming on down, we've got GDX for reals here. So I did GDX divided by Bitcoin reversed to see it in a different format, squeezing, falling wedge, and potentially breaking out here. It's right at the resistance line, ready to break higher. And again, is this the beginning of a market condition shift? What happens in these market condition shifts is we could be shifting from a real estate cycle of low inflation, low interest rates to an expansion phase, which kicks up inflation and the commodity bull cycle. So it could be. GDX versus gold. I've got winning at life entry points down here. And you can go before that. It really depends on the individual companies. I kind of just put that in there as a joke. It's a bottom, breakout, retest, good entry points all through here. And there's even entry points back here depending on the companies that you're looking at. It depends if they're bottoming. Some stronger companies break up higher off those bottoms than other companies. And here's another one, GDXJ, priced in dollars. Looks very strong, heading higher. Just a straight chart, making highs here too, breaking through that resistance. And then this is GDXJ versus GDX. So this is the juniors versus the major companies. We haven't broken out here yet, but it looks like we've got a downtrend that we've got our eyes set on to potentially break here at some point in the near future. Now, does that mean that we should be in the majors? I tend to not think so. I never really go into the majors. I do the metal and then I do the junior companies. And the stuff in between, yeah, I grab a couple of producers, generally not the majors. The producers are moving, man. They are moving. Same with some of the royalty companies. They are flying. And I have exposure to those where you just gain exposure early and then let it ride. Now, I gain my conviction from the market conditions. I use the technicals to validate that the conditions are present. So I've taken positions even back in 2022 in some of the companies all through here. I've been buying in a variety of different size of companies, producers, juniors, all sorts of stuff. But I also am in a firm belief that gold and silver are in a massive bull market. So I wanted some exposure to the producers and the mining companies. Coming down, uranium made simple. Okay, guys, this is it. This is all you need. All right. On the left-hand side, you get bearish. This is the downtrend. We bottomed in 2016. That's the bottom. We started making bigger green candlesticks, smaller reds. There's your bottom as we come on up. We should be bullish from 2016 and onward. Bullish. This is called a super cycle. This is when prices go up and you make higher highs and higher lows. So if someone said, Andy, are you bullish uranium? I would say yes. You should be bullish from 2016 onward. Now, was it as clear in 2017 and 18? No, it was still kind of muddy over here. 2020, it was pretty obvious that this was in a bull market. So I was buying in here. That's where I purchased a lot of my stuff. And I've been a bull ever since. Now, some people are going to say, why didn't you sell? Why didn't you move? Why didn't you do that? No, 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 guys. Bullish. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. Bullish. Just stay long. Be bullish. Sold all silver positions here at SILJ 1702. Hit his target. He is in cash. Give it 2 weeks before slaughtering me. Was a fantastic run from the SILJ lows to the current highs. So this is what someone is sharing over on Twitter. Now, we just went over all those ratio charts, GDX and SILJ. Would I have done what he did? No, not even close. When you see charts that are breaking out like this, you're selling for a generational move. Why would you do that? These all look like this is these are like picture perfect charts. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing? What are we doing here, man? Like, forget the short term. Like, look at the big picture, long term view, guys. Oh man, I don't know, guys. Just don't do this. This is what I did last bull market. It takes a bull market to get good. Just don't do this. Still cheap, generational opportunity to get in early on AI. He's obviously joking. The NASDAQ is now worth 145% of all the money in America in the M2. That's the highest level in history. Each one was followed by a major market swing lower. So when they say, should I get into AI? Guys, this isn't where you want to be. I'm sorry. I get it. It seems really enticing. It seems like it's a nice, new, shiny object. I'm just saying, be careful. This is expensive. This is where things can get kicked in the nuts pretty hard. That happens up here. Be careful. Grady says, when I hear sayings like these, big patterns lead to big moves. The bigger the base, the higher in space. I think about this silver chart. Getting in before the general public is always key. Now trying to get above the pink line here, which is right at the beginning of a potential big move. So this is the mother of all legit looking probable cup and handles in silver quarterly chart. And people are talking about selling SILJ. Sold all my silver positions here, SILJ 1702. I'm shaking my head, guys. I'm shaking my head. Why are we selling this? Tell me why we're selling this. Tell me what you don't like about these ratio charts. And yes, this doesn't mean that we go higher automatically, but tell me how we're expensive. We're not. And we're just breaking out here, guys, in a lot of these. Shaking my head, guys. I learned the hard way. Trying to trade short term, I learned the hard way. I'm not saying that's what he did is wrong. I just... here's GDX versus Bitcoin. This is what I saw, them crappy gold juniors versus Bitcoin, large macro wedge potentially breaking out here. Casper's right on this one. This is one to watch. We get a breakout here, it means that the market conditions could be changing here. We could be seeing a rotation in leadership. But we'll see. We'll see if that occurs. We could have another down move and go to the corner out here. It's possible. Totally possible. I'm not saying it's not. It's one to watch. Dmitry Farberov. I like that last name, Farberov. The majors and nuclear stocks have been hogging the headlines, but take a closer look here. On a relative basis, URNJ divided by URA has been quietly basing after a long downtrend. Early signs of potential trend change are emerging. Often, the real moves start before the narrative catches up. I think he's right. I think he's right. So what makes URNJ outperform URNM or URA? A bull market does. And when the juniors start to light it up, the FOMO begins. The fear of missing out. And you know what else is going to happen? Twitter's going to light up. Twitter's going to light up. Everyone's going to be positive. URNJ, the juniors, uranium's in a big fat bull market, and you should have already been positioned. You should have already been positioned. And all you had to do is sit and wait for all the FOMO people to give you the move higher when they come and chase price. That's how it works. So this is the beginning, potentially, of that move. And yes, I do agree. And here's another thing. I'll pull this up here too, just as a bonus. REMX divided by SILJ. SILJ, remember how cheap that was? REMX, REMX, REMX. And if you purchased it on the website with us, hold on, baby. It could be a big one. It could be a big one. I like it. Here is a URNJ divided by URNM. We've got a broken downtrend. We're starting to head higher here, guys, for this one. Here's URNJ divided by URA, real time here. And that does look like we're trying to put in a bottom here. It does look like we are trying. Here's weekly. Look at that. Getting some greens coming in here. I like it. It hasn't bottomed yet, but it sure looks like it's trying to here, and we could start heading higher. Looks good. Okay, we already went over that one. So that's where I'm going to end it. Give me a thumb up for the content, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you like. Specials at coupon code. And that's all I've got for today. So we'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.